Hey guys, welcome to weekly recap Q&A. So, as you can see, I'm getting my tea ready. That's what I'm doing. Putting me some brown sugar up off in my tea. Now listen, telling you right now, Pistons play tonight. They got a job to do, and I'm gonna watch it. and that starts at 7 o'clock Eastern time. I told my viewers this week that I was going to make sure that I did this live stream on the weekend to do a Q&A. I didn't say how long it was going to be, and I'm glad I didn't because I actually got started a little later than I wanted to. So we're going to do this live stream for about 45 minutes. So I'm making myself accessible to people that have questions about the stock market. Okay. So you guys can ask me all those questions right now, today. Because it's easier to do it on the weekend than it is to do this during the live streams during the week, because we're already focused on the format of the market recap lives. So what I'm going to start doing, I don't know if I'm going to do it 2 days on the weekend or just one, but I'm going to start doing Q&As at least once a weekend day. I don't want to set it in stone yet as far as like which day it's going to be, what time it's going to be, because my weekends are crazy. It's already a miracle that I was able to find a time that I was able to commit to that actually works for me, which is 11 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday, following trading sessions, to be able to do the market recap lives. Ooh, that's hot. I don't want to burn myself. But yeah, guys, chime in, ask your questions. I did it. I met my goal to do this live stream, to be here. So yeah, y'all can just go ahead and ask away. I'm gonna sip this tea. If y'all don't ask any questions, I did what I was supposed to do, which was show up. But I do want to say this. Thank you guys so much for going over to the official Facebook page for Original Greatness. Thank you guys so much. I have family helping me out. I got friends helping me out. People making phone calls. They sending text messages. I've been making phone calls, and man, it's been making a huge difference, because all of a sudden the followers on that page started going up. Okay. And I just need 100 followers for me to unlock live streaming on that page. So if you haven't done so already, please go over to that page. And matter of fact, I'm gonna put a link. I don't think I have a link. Oh, I didn't put a link for it down in the description on YouTube, because YouTube doesn't want people to leave their platform to go somewhere else. So that's why I didn't do it. But let me see if I can just add that in the description now. Let me see if I can do that. I'll just go ahead and do it. I don't care if this suppresses the video, because if you guys are going to do it, you need the links to be able to do it. And I don't know if I can put it in the chat. Will that make a difference or what? But we're going to do what we need to do. You know what? We're not going to worry about it. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button. I definitely would appreciate it. All right. So let me go to the description, YouTube Studio. And we are going to look at the charts. I'm going to pull up some of the S&P 500 companies, because I said I was going to do that. So go to content, go to live. And yes. Okay, guys. I'm able to put this link, official Facebook page. I'm going to put that link in the description for the people on YouTube so they can help me out. And they can just click it and go and just follow that page. That'll help me out. I got a goal. I need 100 followers on the official Facebook page, okay? If you're here, you leave a comment. Matter of fact, let me put this on the screen, the ticker poll. We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. So let's get this chat going and tell us where you're tuning in from. Put a YT in the chat if you're tuning in from YouTube, and put an FB in the chat if you are tuning in from Facebook. Okay. There we go. So we got that. We got the chat poll there. Okay, we're good. So now what I'm doing, I'm getting the link so I can put it over in the description for YouTube. Okay, that's what I'm doing now. There it is. Bam. All right. Paste. Cool. All right. That link for the official Facebook page for I Am Original Greatness is in the description on YouTube now. So you don't have to type it in. You can just go over there and click that link. I'm about to get some more of my tea. How much time we been? Okay, we got about 39 minutes, and then we on to the Pistons. Okay, now I need to say thank you to everybody who has followed the page so far, to everybody that's been helping. You are such a blessing, and I'm so grateful for you guys that have went over there and followed the page. I was almost in tears how fast everybody responded just from me picking up the phone and asking people to help me out. God says, ask and you shall receive. Give people an opportunity to tell you no. Don't just assume that they're going to say no. Give them an opportunity to say no. But sometimes we don't get what we want because we never ask. I've gotten more followers from actually picking up the phone and asking people to follow and giving them the link immediately than putting it in a video asking people to follow the page. And it was good to hear their voice and catch up with them for a minute because I hadn't talked to some of these people in a while. But I just wanted to say thank you guys, and I appreciate you so much. I really do. So I believe we're going to hit this goal before next weekend, or by the weekend. We're going to hit this goal of 100 followers on that page. So I'm about to open up the platform. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I took mute off. I'm back. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button. I definitely would appreciate it. If you leave a comment, I will give you a shout out. If you got any questions about the stock market, the things we cover on this channel, questions that you want to learn from me or about me or anything like that, leave a comment. It's Q&A day, okay? Find out what you want to find out. We got time. You got me till 7 o'clock before I watch this Pistons game. 6. Okay. That's when you got me. You got me to the Pistons game. I want to watch them knock the Cleveland Cavaliers out the playoffs immediately. Expeditiously. Get rid of them. Get them here. You a Cleveland fan, good luck. But I want them gone. Pistons need to do their thing. We need them to do their thing. Okay. Now, I said we were going to pull up the charts. So let me pull those up. Go to S&P 500. I'm not even showing you what I'm doing. So let's do that. Let me bring you guys over here so you can see what I'm doing. All right. Yes. Oh, gosh. Thank goodness. I have it blocked. All right. So that doesn't need to be on the screen. So let me remove some of these tickers. Was that the winner or the loser this week? I don't know. Or it was the winner. So this isn't right. Let's take this to market recap. And we can browse at some of these companies. Let's go to visualize. We're going to go to the visualize tab and see how these sectors performed over the week. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just pull up my tool. We're gonna use my tool that I made. I'm all over the place, guys, because this is our first weekly recap. So I really don't have a planned format for how I want this to go yet. So we kind of freestyling this. This is not what I want y'all to see. So let me go here. We're gonna go to slick charts. This is what I want you guys to see. Okay. So with me using this, click that. This is a free website. They have ads all over the place. Okay. So I'm letting you know they don't have a paid version. I would if I could, because I don't like all these ads, but this is how they make money to be able to offer this website to people for free. Okay. You have to deal with something. So I had saw they had some type of tool on their website where they show how each sector is performing. So stock market movers and gainers, where is it? So I'm browsing over this with you guys. I don't remember specifically where it is, but I remember seeing it. So we're going to look around for it to see what we can find. Market movers. Let's see what's in this list. Movers, S&P 500, gainers, losers. Nope, nope, nope. 500, drawdown, overlap, return components. Let's look at this and see what this does. No, I don't think that's what I'm looking for either. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. No. It's got to be something with the... I could have sworn... You know what? I don't think it was this website. It's another website. Oh, what is it? Is it Earnings Whispers or something like that? If you guys got any questions, put them in the chat. I don't think it's Earnings Whispers. Oh man, I wish I had planned this out. Let me put me on the screen so y'all can just look at me until we figure this out. Put this on me. Cam. There we go. And let me figure this out. Is it Earnings Whispers? I don't think that's it, but I'm gonna check anyway. Calendar, lockdown, territory. Nope. Goes home. No, I don't think it's gonna be this one, guys. Whatever website it was. Oh, it's a funny looking website. Oh, that's all I remember. It's a funny looking website. It's not Slick Charts, FinViz or something like that. I think it's FinViz. Let's try that one. Yeah, FinViz. I think it's FinViz that has this tool. Yes, this is it. So I found it. Okay, so let me bring you in so you can see what website this is. Let's blow this up. Bring you guys over. Here we go. So this website, I really feel like they need to do some work on it, but we're going to deal with it, okay? So what I wanted to show you of what we're looking for, they have a tool on here where they show you how sectors perform. So here's their heat map. So we talk about the heat map under the Visualize tab on the Thinkorswim platform. So this is on Thinkorswim, what you're seeing here, and this is on FinViz. Click this again. Does that take it away? Yes. Okay. And this is the heat map on FinViz. And if we click on it, it'll blow it up so we can. Now, this is a free resource as well. So you don't have to have or use the actual Thinkorswim platform to see this. And what time frame is this? So now that I remember what website this was, I'm going to practice using this. And these weekly recaps will get better, guys. It looks like it's all over the place and random because it is. It will get better as I do these because I'll create a format for me to actually follow. Today, it was more so about me just showing up because I told the viewers that I was going to be here just in case they wanted to ask questions about things dealing with the stock market. So that's why it seemed like he don't really have a plan. The plan was to be here. And I actually reached that goal. I'm here. I'm here to 7. So if somebody want to ask some questions and get those answers, they can get them tonight, or they can wait till we do the live stream again. But to not interrupt the flow and the format of the live streams we do throughout the week, it's easier for you to ask these questions on the weekend as I make myself available. So while I got this up, I'm gonna go to the close. So you already know we got that. So we talked briefly about the heat map. So I'm gonna browse over this website to look. Let me put this up here. The Facebook. I'm gonna continue to promote that while we're doing this, so people can go follow that page. Now I want to look for the performance, the S&P 500. Let's go here. If I click that, okay, so I see it. This was the time I was asking about. I was like, what time frame are we looking at? So let me show you. Take me off the screen for a moment. Right here on FinViz, and let me do this too. So go back to the main page. I want to install this. Save and share, install page as. Oh, this is not the home page, so cancel. Let's do this. Go to the home page. That's the home page. Cast to share, install page. There we go. Fin, F-I-N-V-I-Z. Here we go. All right, blow this back up. Somebody calling me. I don't even know who this is. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to call them back. I don't know who that is. All right, so we got that blew up. We go here. Bam. All right. Now, all right, we're on the home page of FinViz. They had a tool that just tracked the performance of the sectors in the S&P 500 index. Okay, and that's what I'm looking for. That's groups. Let's see if groups does it. Go to groups. Yes, this is what I wanted to see. Okay, performance chart. It says sector, but is this just the S&P 500 sectors? Oh, I don't know. They're basing this off of name. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with this website to actually know how it works. But I believe this is the tool I was looking for. But I can't confirm if it's just focusing on the sectors in the S&P 500 or that sector as a whole. So what I can do to figure this out, though, we can ask AI. So let me put me on the screen. Okay. Just put me on the screen while I open up AI and we can ask this question. We can figure this out. Okay. Bam. Close this chat after I open up what I want to look at. Okay. Now, on, what time is it? We got about 26 minutes. On the FinViz website, the tool that, how can I describe this tool? The tool, that's Slick Charts. That's not what I want. We want FinViz. FinViz. Did I close it? There it is, FinViz. The groups tool, the groups tab. The groups tab that focuses on sectors. Is that only the companies listed in the S&P 500 index that it's using. Let's find this out. And let me pull that up so you can see what I'm asking, so you can see it. Okay, and then we're gonna blow that up. No, by default, the groups tab on FinViz is not limited to the S&P 500. It includes all U.S. listed equities in their database across major exchanges, the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, Amex, which encompasses over 8,000 stocks. So let's ask. Oh, okay. So we can set it to do that. Okay. So I have not done that yet. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it says if you want to isolate sector performance exclusively for the S&P 500, you have to use the screener tab, set the index filter to S&P 500, and then view the sector breakdown from there. All right, let's okay, we got time. Let's see what we can do. So here's the screener tab, and then here it says group. So it says US performance chart, order by name, new elite feature. If I use screener, is it going to give me a performance chart? So here's the screener. Then it says presets. Guys, this is going to take some time to figure out. I know I'm not going to figure this out during this live stream. There's a lot of different options here. And I'm not logged in because I haven't created an account yet. So I'm going to use the tool I created because I know mine just focuses on the companies that's in the S&P 500 index. So you won't have access to this tool because this is a tool that I created. So let's go back to Thinkorswim, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing or what I'm looking for, and then we'll try to see. I'll do this on my own time, see if I can mimic what I did with the FinViz website. So I'm going to go to the charts, and I'm going to go to my rotation tracker tool. I know this looks nuts. Okay. I know you're like, what the heck is that? Okay. I got you. Calm down. I got you. So what you're looking at are just, these are color coded. Don't let this discourage you. All we're looking at or we're really focused on is the labels up here. So FD means 5 days. Okay. So the 5 days is going to be the most recent. So this was Monday through Friday that just passed. So this is all the performance of the companies that's listed inside the S&P 500 index as their performance. Okay. This is their individual performance based off of sectors. So there's 9 sectors. No, it's not. I think it's 11. So here's how we get that. We go to Market Watch, drop this down, and we can count them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? It's 11 sectors. So the sectors are communication services, consumer discretionary, consumer staples, energy, financials, healthcare, industrials, information technology, materials, real estate, and utilities. So because those sectors, there's 11 different sectors inside the S&P 500, we want to see which sector performed the best last week. That's what the tool that I have is going to tell me. And we're about to look at that right now. So when we go back to the charts, we can see 5 days. So it's giving the breakdown of the average over the last 5 days. And they're showing me the performance of each sector. So the energy sector went up 6.7% last week as a whole. So let me show you what I mean by that. If we go to pro market close, and then I type in SPX. SPX is the actual index. So when we go here, we are looking at a 1 week, 10-year. We actually looking at a 10-year weekly chart. Okay. So all of the 5 daily candles are in this one candle right here. Where's this tool at? Let me point to it. This candle right here has 5 daily candles in it. So I'm gonna show you how we get that. Clear that off. We go over here, and now we're looking at a 1 year daily chart, and we're gonna zoom in. So this is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. All 5 of those candles are combined to create that 1 weekly candle. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. So these 5 candles, that's too big. Give me a second. Those 5 candles right there. Those are the candles that make up this 1 weekly candle right here. That one. Okay. So now what we're looking at the individual sectors, because that price action we're seeing are all 11. That's all 11 of them massed into that weekly candle. And some sectors perform better or worse than others. So what my tool does, it breaks it into pieces so we can see how each individual sector performed. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to that tool I was telling you about, rotation tracker. It tells you how many days we're looking at. SPX is the S&P 500. So if we look at the total group, the S&P 500 only went up 0.1%. That 0.1%. That's how much it went up as a whole of the 11 sectors altogether. But now if we look at the individual sectors, the energy sector by itself went up 6.7% last week. Materials went down 2.5%. Industrials went down 1%. Consumer discretionary went down 3.1%. So you see, now it's being more specific about how that in particular sector performed, instead of you just looking at the S&P 500 as a whole, and it said it just went up 0.1%. But now if you look at the individual sectors, you can see that energy led the pack with 6.7% last week. They almost went up 7%. What's another one that went up? And that was the highest. The worst performing sector right now, it looks like the consumer discretionary at negative 3.1%. I'm looking. Yep. So they did the worst. So now we can extend the time frame. So right now we were just looking at 5 days. So now if I click this arrow, it's going to give us 1 month worth of data based on how that sector performed and how the S&P 500 index performed. So SPX, hold on 1 second. Somebody left a comment. Okay, Tiara. Okay. So S&P 500, they went up 5.2% in the last month based off of the end of this week and then 3 weeks before that. So it's 4 weekly candles. So if we change this and we go to pro market closed, what time is it? 16 minutes. Pro market closed, and we're looking at the weekly chart. So this is the 10-year weekly chart. So I'm going to show you what 4 candles we're looking at. Let me expand this. Let me use the other mouse. This will work better for me. Go here, drag this over. So these 4 candles, this one, this one, this one, and this one, those are the 4 most recent. So I'm going to use this tool to box those in so you can see what we're looking at. These 4 candles right there. This is the performance that tool is telling us about. That 1 month is giving us the average of the entire index and how those individual sectors performed within that month. That's what we're looking at when we look at the other tool, okay? So now when we go over there and look at that tool again, give me a second. It's using 2 mice. Would I say mice? 2 mice. is a hassle. You don't know what's going on. Which one I'm supposed to be using? Here we go. Rotation tracker. We go here. And now it's back on 1 day. So we put it on 1 month. And now we can see that those 4 weekly candles we were looking at as a whole, the S&P 500 went up 5.2%. Now when we look at, let me check something. Go to setting, market open, no, time frame 1 month. I created this, so I'm going through making sure I got this set right. Okay, apply. Okay, so energy in the last month is up 5.1%, and now as we look over it, we can see that we have different numbers now. So technology in the last month is up 16%. So that's the one that's performing the best in the last month. Now, which one is performing the worst in the last month? So we can see negative 2.8. Is there anything bigger than that on the downside? Negative 5.4. So utilities is performing the worst in the last month. Now these squiggly lines will start to make sense to you. These crazy squiggly lines, you're like, what the heck is that? So if we look over here, it's 15.95. It's color coded to this, the technology, the 16%. That's that line. It's the highest one. That's what you're seeing. So if we, I'm not going to expand this. You see the negative 5.35? That's utilities. That's the one that's on the bottom. But it's easier for me just to look at the labels. I ignored this. I just wanted to explain where the lines were because I told you don't even worry about the lines. They're not accurate as far as like how they're moving all throughout here, but they're accurate once they get over to the right. But just to filter out all that noise, I just look at the labels. So now we can extend the time frame. Let's look at how they performed in the last 3 months. So now when we're looking over the last 3 months, the S&P 500 is up 8.4%. But then energy is up 9.4% by itself. That sector by itself is up that much, 9.4% over the last 3 months. Materials is down 5.7. Let's see if something is higher than energy in the last 3 months. Technology. So we can see it right here. Technology, that sector by itself is up 26.3% in the last 3 months. Now, with all of those meshed together, as a whole, the S&P 500 is only up 8.4%. So if you didn't break it up, you couldn't see that that individual sector was up that much because it's mixed in with everybody else in the index as a whole. I hope that makes sense to you. So let's see who performed the worst in the last 3 months. Materials, negative 5.7. Healthcare, negative 8. That's the largest loss I see. So healthcare performed the worst in the last 3 months. And then I could change these different time frames to look at whatever specific thing I want to see. And let's say I wanted to look at a specific sector. These specific sectors have their own symbol. Okay. And I'm about to pull those up. If I go into, because there's a way to do this. There's a way to do this. I believe I already have a watch list for this. If I go to Market Watch, quotes, and I reset this. Let me reset this. I think it does it for me when I reset it. So if I go to watch list tools and I reset it, here we go. Yep, here it is. So as you can see right here in this watch list that I have, think or swim. Where do I have that listed at? Think or swim S&P 500 sectors. So remember, we wanted to just look at the one that performed the best. So now I know where that is on the watch list, but I don't remember what it was. So I'm gonna go back to the charts. So it was technology. So that's going to be information technology. So now that I know that, I go to Market Watch and I select that one, but I need to link it to the charts. So it's red. information technology. We select that one, and then we go back to the charts. Now, when we did that, this is set up. See, this changed this to that one. I don't want to do that. Let me fix this. SPX, do that. And then we're going to change this to pro market closed. So this is going to give us a regular chart. Now we go back over to Market Watch and we select information technology. Now it's going to pull that up on the chart. This is just the information technology ETF. Is this an ETF? Can you buy this? No, you can't. So this is just an index for the information technology sector. You can't actually invest in this. I'm gonna do some research and I'll have that for you next week because we only got 9 minutes left. But there is an actual ETF specifically for each one of these sectors. And I believe XL, what is it? XLF. Let me try to remember. XLF. XLF is the financial sector, right? Okay, now I just don't remember all of them off the top of my head, but I do know some of them. They start off with XL. So let me show you. This right here tells you what we're looking at, okay? So it says State Street Financial Sector, FIN, like it's abbreviated, okay? I know it looked wild. And it says Spider ETF. So let me show you something. If we clear that box off and I go back into that symbol box and I put in SPY, SPY is the actual ETF for the entire index, like the SPX index. You cannot invest directly into it. So the ETF for that, for the entire index, is SPY. So we go right back to that same spot. It's telling you that right here. So State Street Spider S&P 500 ETF Trust. So that would be the all 11 sectors mashed into one. That's what that is. But we want to isolate a specific sector. That's what I'm trying to show you now. So the financials one is, let me clear this off. The ETF for the financials is XLF. Okay, now when I do that, XLF, you can see it. It says State Street Financial Sector, but it's abbreviated. Does anything pop up? And then RE. Yep. Okay. So RE, XLF RE is the real estate one. Okay. But we want the one for information technology. So is it XLAB? That's materials. So XLB is materials. So you can see what I'm seeing right up here. That's the materials one. So B, D, E, I believe is energy. Yep. So that's energy. E, F was financials. G, H, I, J, K, K. That's the technology sector right there, XLK. Now, this is what I want you to see. Remember, we knew that this one performed the best out of the last 3 months. You can see that this one is up much higher than the real estate one. So if we put XLRE, you see that that one's only up $43.23. But then if we put in XL, what was it, K? That's the information technology ETF. That's up $176.26. So someone can invest directly in the SPY as an ETF that includes all 11 sectors of the companies listed inside the S&P 500 index, or they can invest inside of an ETF that focuses on the performance of a specific sector. So if they just wanted to invest in the information technology sector, one of the ETFs that they offer for that is XLK. If they wanted to just invest in the financial sector in the S&P 500, that's XLF. XLF. And then you can see the names of it up here. Let's see what we see when we go to analyze. Got 4 minutes left. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that like button. I definitely would appreciate it. Okay, so when we go here, because we talk about this on the Market Recap Lives throughout the week. Let me take me off the screen. Give me 1 second. We take me off the screen and we just look at this. Right here, it gives a list of the companies. Fund top 20 holdings. So I'm not sure if it lists all of the companies that are in the financials sector inside the S&P 500 that they track. I'm just clicking because this is my first time looking in here too. Okay. But these are specific tickers that are listed. So it says show 30 more holdings. So let's see if it'll give the entire list. Okay, it will, because now we see clear as day, it says show all holdings. All right. So now this is the entire list. Let me put this disclaimer up about Thinkorswim. Okay, there we go. All right, so it says all holdings. So now what I want to find out is, and it gives the information down here. The Select Sector Spider Trust State Street Financial Select Sector Spider ETF. Here's the website for that. This Select Sector Spider Trust State Street Financial Select Sector Spider ETF is an exchange traded fund launched by State Street Global Advisors Incorporated. It is managed. The fund invests in stocks of companies operating across financial sectors. Okay, so what I want to find out, do they just invest in financial sectors that are companies that are listed inside the S&P 500 only, or they only invest in financials companies? That's what I want to find out. So I'm about to go and ask AI. Does the XLF ETF only invest in financial sector companies listed in the SP? Let's just put SPX. Does the XLF ETF only invest in financial companies listed in the SPX? Yep, that's the question. So let's see what it says. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the chat and I'll respond to it. We're about to wrap this up, guys. We got 1 minute, so the Pistons game about to start. Yes. So that's right. They only list in companies so it says yes. The XLF Financial Select Sector Spider Fund. Let me blow this up. Make it where you can see it. Oh, that's crazy. We don't need to go all the way to 200%. Yes, the XLF Financial Select Sector Spider Fund exclusively holds financial companies that are currently listed in the S&P 500 index. Because it is a select sector fund, its specific mandate is to carve out and track only the financial sector of the S&P 500. It does not include mid cap, small cap, or international financial companies outside of that index. Okay, so because of that, someone can participate in just the financials companies sector inside the S&P 500 index. So some people don't know that, and they'll just invest in the entire S&P 500 index because they didn't even know they could just focus on a specific sector and just get that performance and not be investing in the other sectors. Just in case the other sectors aren't performing as well, they could just focus on that by investing in these ETFs that are specific to specific sectors. I hope that makes sense. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that like button and all that other good stuff. I appreciate it. Make sure that you go over to the official YouTube, Facebook. I was about to say the YouTube Facebook page. The official Facebook page for I Am Original Greatness. I need 100 followers for me to be able to live stream over there on that official business page. So please, if you haven't done so already, please follow that page. So we're about to wrap this up. So here we go. You already know. Let's go to the right screen. I'm just saying it anywhere. You already know. I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you earned something. Thank you guys for joining me on this weekly recap Q&A that we are going to be doing at least once on the weekend. I don't have a set schedule for it. I just know I'm going to do it on the weekend. So just keep your eyes peeled and stay tuned for that, okay? I've done 2 interviews with up-and-coming content creator Tiara Owens, sharing how I got started investing in the stock market, my profits and losses, and a link to that playlist of interviews are down in the description. Make sure you tune in weekdays following the market trading session at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you guys so much for going over to the official Facebook page for I Am Original Greatness. And the link is down in the description. If you haven't done so, help me out. All right. Take care and God bless.